ironic that we took an Uber to the marsh and then got in a car accident.
What? Oh, so tell the Warners all about it.
No,
they send you their Uber?
I'm not allowed to tell anybody because my mouth is too big for Facebook. But then again, he doesn't watch these, so whatever.
Your mouth is too big for Facebook?
I'm not supposed to post anything on Facebook about the car accident.
Why? The cop says that?
No, that's what somebody that I was riding with said. We'll just leave it at that. But you're even when you're trying to be safe, you might not be safe. So we took an Uber and then got into a car accident. Yeah. Which was made for a really fun night because it's like not even our car. And like now we're like witnesses sitting there on the side of the road.
Where was it? Were you creating a spectacle in like a traffic jam?
Of course.
Nice.
I was sitting in the middle of the road.
You need a big banner that's like, women your mother warned you about.
Oh my God, don't even start to say that because that'll be like, Keith will be like, you should have been outside to Facebook Living with a sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
sometimes you have to have empathy for the people involved though, right?
Yeah. The car that we were in, he got hit from behind. And the guy behind us slammed.
When that happens.
I hate it from behind. For everybody that was worried about me, thank you. I'm fine. But in the moment, yes, I'll go check myself out. Everybody's like, go check yourself out. I like whiplashed my head back. So it hit. And then I, one of those. And I was like, that hurt. Yeah,
you probably should at least, because you might be sore later today.
But I'm a little done with hospitals this year. I'd like to take a hospital break. I don't know.
Careful what you wish for.
All right. Do we have quickie tips?
We do.
What's your quickie tip? Happy Friday, Warners, by the way.
Happy Friday, everyone. My quickie tip is that you got to put skin in the game. So if you want to reach a goal, sometimes it's hard to really get to that goal unless you put some skin in the game that forces you to get there, right? So reason I say this quickie tip is I hurt my ankle. It's been a while. I started working out and I love having a fitness goal and I love having a direction for my fitness and like an end goal because it's the best way to get there. So the best way to do that sometimes is put some skin in the game. So I hired a trainer.
Yay.
I have never hired an official trainer before.
Wow.
Because I am a trainer, but there comes a point where I have too many things going on in my personal and my business life. And I just don't want to think about it. I want somebody to just tell me what to do and kick my ass. So I'm excited.
Well, that's, like with anything, coaches need coaches.
Right.
There's business coaches and life coaches. And if you hire one of those, you want to make sure that the one you're hiring is actually so committed to that industry that they have a coach. Psychiatrists need their own psychiatrist. They can't counsel themselves. You can't see what someone on the outside can see.
Right. That's right.
So that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I've been saying I just need a fitness goal. And actually it's funny because and here's the power of, the share. So there's a girl that I know and she has been going to this trainer now. I've been watching her post about it, just about getting her ass kicked. And I'm like, I really should get a trainer. And then he posted a picture of her the other day and said he had a special going through August. And I was like, I'm in. Ta-da.
Isn't that interesting? It's I think that's kind of the power of sales too, of like, sometimes you just need to put out like some sort of promotion that they were already kind of committed to making the buying decision. But then there's that last piece that comes through. Oh, which is kind of like me doing that boudoir shoot last weekend with Caitlin. She put a special out there a few weeks ago for mini sessions. And I'm like, sold. I'm like, oh my God, did I just sign up for that?
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, because literally there's those stages of buying when people are like thinking about, especially in fitness, they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
They're thinking about it. And then they're like, I really should do this, but I'm not sure what I should do yet. Because that was me. I was like, I'm a trainer. Frankly, I'm a great trainer. And I'm like, who am I going to pick? How am I going to find the right person that can understand me? And then I was watching him because he's training this girl. She's a dancer also. So I was like, great. He's going to understand what I want, what my, where I'm coming from, how I want my form to take shape. And then he put the special out there and it kind of pushed me over the edge. Boom, done, committed.
That's awesome.
Super psyched.
Now I want to do it. Yeah.
You can't have him yet. I got my time. Actually, he still has a 5:30 a.m. time slot.
Well,
I decided to go with 6:30 because it's summer and I'm gonna like go relaxed. So I still will get up at 5:30, but I'll get there at 6:30.
Well, I'll hire you instead.
That's good. Then I'd get 2 workouts. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
So, and what's your quickie tip?
So my tip was be curious, be open-minded to exploring opportunities, possibilities in your lives. And this came to me because you and I have a tendency to be squirrel chasers. And we're like, that's new. Let's try that.
Out there now. There's one out there.
Yeah. And
okay,
so,
what were you saying?
Exactly. And so we have a tendency, the two of us, to chase shining things. We sometimes, so I'll speak for me. I sometimes will give up too soon on things. And this was a conversation I had with my coach a couple weeks ago, that I was talking about something that was frustrating me. And he's like, oh, so how long have you been working on that? 6 months? I'm like, well, when you say it like that, it sounds like I haven't really committed very long to it. So be a squirrel chaser and sometimes chase those nuts that might be the right nut for you to chase. Or for people like you and I that chase too many squirrels, why not sit down and have a conversation with the squirrel? Like hang out with the squirrel, find out more about the squirrel. Versus saying, hey, squirrel, got any more squirrel friends I can chase? That's my tip.
Got it.
And I'm sharing this because you and I are going through some different things individually right now. Other things that we're pursuing. I had a meeting earlier this week that might not take me in a different direction, but might be a little bit different from what I've been normally working on. That would be super cool. You've got some stuff that you're working on, right? And so you have to be open and curious to the possibilities out there that might take you into another direction or grow you to another level.
Yep. And I always take, I've gotten a little better as I get older, about when the squirrel comes along to observe the squirrel for a little bit longer before I decide if I shall chase it.
Yeah. Watch the squirrel, see what the squirrel does. What's its eating habits, sleeping habits?
Yeah.
Does it have any problems?
There's always problems.
Exactly.
But the thing is to decide, are those the kind of problems I feel like solving? Because I said to my my nail guy, he's like, incidentally, my nail guy, like, I love him because he never talks, barely. Like, that's why I love him. Just do my nails. Let's not talk. But this week he usually like cooks me and then he'll go outside and have a cigarette. And when he came in this time, I was like, were you out there smoking pot or something? Because he started throwing all this like Eastern philosophy on me. And I was like, whoa.
Where did Buddha come from?
Yeah, I was like, you're smoking pot. And he's like, no. Anyways, he always asks me, what do you do for a living? Because I'm always, somebody calls me invariably while I'm getting my nails done. And I just tell him I solve problems for a living.
I like that.
Because anything in the real estate world and a lot of the other things I do, that's what I do. I solve problems. I create creative solutions to problems for a living.
It's like me getting businesses from people problems to performance results.
That's right. All right. So when I was waiting for you to come back, I was telling everybody about Camelia's episode, it came out yesterday. Camelia Britton. You can find her at the Hackerette or Hackerette.
The Hackerette.
Is it the Hackerette?
The Hackerette.
On Instagram and on Facebook. She has She travels everywhere. She just did a big trip to Greece, and now I'm obsessed with Greece just from following her. And she will give you tips on how to travel the world on a budget. And her story is really great. She's super inspiring. You guys should go take a listen at womenyourmotherwarnedyouabout.com.
Hey, do you want to pre-promote next week's episode?
Which one's that? Oh, next week's episode is crazy. And Gina was so resistant to it. And I was pushing you, Gina, because a lot of times I'm resistant. I'm like, I don't really want to talk about that on a podcast. And Gina really didn't want to talk about this subject on a podcast. But Keith and I were really like, let's talk about this. It is a taboo subject, which we will not reveal to you. But if you want to be amused and amazed, then you should tune into next week's episode, which will release on July 4th. So, have a beer and have a laugh at next week's taboo topic.
Taboo topics, which I think that could be a theme in itself. So it's a taboo topic. I did resist it. Then I yes-handed it.
Every 5 minutes you resisted it.
And I can't wait to hear. I haven't heard the cut yet. I know Doug has finished editing it, and he got a kick out of it because he's like, there's a little surprise for me at the end. So I have to find it in the Dropbox folder because we should have like a funny launch party or something. I don't know. It'll be funny. Make sure everybody wears red. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Red, white, and blue on the board. All right. All right, Warners. We'll talk to you later. womenyourmotherwarnedyouabout.com. That's where you get all the good stuff. Gina, love you. See you soon.
See you very soon. Bye, y'all. Bye.